Hello there. I can't. Copyright will absolutely destroy me. But I think that gives an indication about the vibes going into this reaction, ladies and gentlemen. We are 3 from 3 to start the X-Files Season 3 thus far. It has been absolutely great. Last episode, I mean, Jack Black, I forgot the other actor's name, but I remember him. I think he was in Saving Private Ryan as well. That came to my mind today. I think he's the one in Saving Private Ryan. Spoilers, that, you know, meets his maker early, unfortunately. Like, terrible that he's the one that screams, "Mama!" I think so. Otherwise, I'm tripping. But I've seen him in a lot of stuff. But you guys would have seen that reaction by the time I'm uploading this reaction. But who cares, ladies and gentlemen? Elie Moses is on an X-Files roll. I just uploaded the season finale, Season 2 this morning. And the reactions to that have been absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Cecil, for the $15 USD super chat at the time I'm recording this. God bless you so much. Thank you for that on that reaction. But yeah, what's going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses, a 25-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia. Absolutely shooting a shot today. We are up to episode 4 of the X-Files Season 3. This one is titled Clyde Bruckman's Final Repose. We're going to get into the reaction. We're going to have some fun with this thing. And unfortunately, thanks to Disney Plus's stupid thumbnails, I know that Peter Boyle is in this reaction. So that's unfortunate because he's planted on the thumbnail of the actual episode, which kind of sucks. It ruins the surprise. But yeah, we're going to get into it. And as always, let's absolutely smash this thing. Let's go. It sucks, man, that I know Peter Boyle's in this. Like I was saying, man, stupid Disney Plus thumbnails. Can't keep a surprise.
I foresee the revelation that not Elvis, but rather Buddy Holly is still alive.
Listen, I know Peter Boyle from Scooby-Doo, Monsters Unleashed. Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. But also, what I do know him from, and I came prepared to this reaction because I saw his face on the thumbnail before. I came prepared, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are going to smile at this. What I do know him for, notoriously... Let me. This is just. Your boy is cultured, okay? Your boy is cultured. Let me hit the flex quickly. Okay? Fuck is we talking about? Everybody loves Raymond. Come on, man. The whole collection on DVD. Your boy is cultured. He was raised right. Come on, man. Oh, that's gonna be lit when you guys see it. That's gonna be lit when you guys see it.
Having faked his own death so many years ago,
Come on.
Holly will not only reemerge but also regroup with the Crickets, and they will headline in next year's Lollapalooza.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. You're a better dancer than my last date.
Last date catching strays.
So, what has brought you to Madame Selma?
Madame Selma?
Well,
That
can
sounds
you
so
really
familiar.
know everything about me just by looking at my hands.
The palms tell me all.
I would just like for you to be able to tell me, why am I going to be doing the things that I'm going to be doing?
Reminds me of that Goosebumps book. The one with the lady on the
Madame
cover.
Selma, she's a palm reader, not a psychologist.
I know. It's just,
Please, you're hurting me.
I know. And I'm sorry. You're a fortune teller.
No.
You should have seen this coming.
Alright, leave Madame Selma alone, man. Yo, he was delivering those lines pretty well. Like, chilling stuff. The truth is out there, always. Come on, we got Peter Boyle on this one. Surely we're 4 from 4.
The eyes capture the last image a murder victim sees before they're killed.
So what do they say about the entrails?
Yuck.
Is it true you asked for some help in this case? This guy's supposed to be an expert at this sort of thing. I heard he was a bit unorthodox. He comes highly recommended. Yeah, I saw him on TV. Okay, so he's a publicity hound. As long as he gets results.
I once worked on a case he did. Very spooky.
As long as he gives us leads, I don't care how big a kook.
We all know who it was.
Satanists take the eyeballs and leave the body, not vice versa. Not in anything but modern myths.
He's gouging eyes for no reason?
No, nobody does anything without a reason. We've already composed a profile of the killer. We offer possible explanations for the nature of his attacks and also his choice of victims.
Does it explain the entrails?
Anthropomancy.
His future?
Well, there's a possible connection with all of his victims being professional prognosticators.
Tell this one. She was a professional doll collector.
And an
Annabelle?
amateur tassiographer. She read tea leaves. After drinking the tea, you can gain insight into your future by examining the pattern of the leaves on the bottom of the cup.
The Grim.
You
The
believe this
Grim.
stuff?
I'm not convinced of its accuracy, but I'm pretty sure the victim was.
He
Why?
killed Professor
The
Trelawney.
leaves were telling her she was about to be murdered.
I love how Mulder comes with that. Wait. Wait. I thought that was Zorro for a second. I thought that was Antonio Banderas. Oh,
I appreciate you coming all the way down here.
Quiet. Yes. Seeing visions.
oh. So he's the guy that has been seen on TV. Because I was like, wait. I love this start because, you know, they're building up the hype for Mulder to walk in. And Mulder did walk in. I'm like, yeah, that's that reputation. But no, subvert expectations. It's not Mulder that's been seen on TV. It's this guy. And immediately, off the bat, walking in with the girl, you can tell that this guy's like the Gilderoy Lockhart of the X-Files. If you've watched Harry Potter, you know, on TV, he has the reputation. Maybe his stories are fake. He's not what he claims to be. The TV just hypes him up, and everything else is a big lie.
Vision. He does not feel like he's in control of his own life. Very important. That's why he kills. Yes.
Can you see what he looks like?
Looks like a white man with facial hair. Or not.
Oh, no. Yeah, of course.
But he has...
The possibilities.
Yes. A tattoo. Somewhere on his body. Maybe the tattoo has the facial hair. I think.
Yeah, Mulder's like, this guy's a fraud, man. Maybe he's not, but...
Forcing himself. Yes. On a girl. But he cannot perform. So he's taking out his rage. It's gone. I lost the vision.
Maybe he's right in his own quirky
Someone
way.
is blocking me. I am picking up negative energy.
That look from Scully. What a face-off. Is this guy meant to be the Pink Panther or something, man? Come
Please,
on.
Leave this room. But you thought, tell me the truth.
Take him over, please.
I can't take you anywhere.
Scully,
Now,
what did you
excuse me,
see?
I have an interview to give. Skeptics like you make me sick.
Mr. Yappy, read this thought.
Social man.
It's too bad about
Hey.
your negative energy, Mulder. You missed quite a performance.
We can't diss the old man,
Maybe
man.
this
He
might
passed
be-
away recently.
Let me impress you with my psychic ability.
Said a lot of other things.
Yeah, and some are bound by percentages to be right, but most will turn out wrong. Now, which is which?
Look, all I know is that so far, Yappy has provided more solid concrete leads on this case than you have. Now, if you don't mind, I have to get an APB out on a white male, 17 to 34, with or without a beard, maybe a tattoo, who's impotent.
See, yeah, exactly. His leads are so vague that they're bound. Some of them are bound to be right, and some of them might be wrong. But he, like Mulder said, they are so vague. One of them is bound to be right. But he said so far, the guy Yappy has given the Yapper has given me more leads than you have, brother. They haven't even had the opportunity to even conduct the investigation. They walked in the room and immediately Mulder was kicked the F out. Like, he didn't even get the chance to provide any leads, or like they didn't even get the chance to investigate the crime scene. Mulder saw, you know, in the cup that she was predicting her own death, or saw her own death, but that's about it. Next minute, the guy was sent out. There's a flag on the play. There's a flag on the play, man. There's a flag. I'm gonna get it. There's a flag on the play. There is a flag on the play. Nah, this is bullshit. This is bullshit.
Let's go.
They need to be investigated.
Might as well go home, Mulder. This case is as good as sold.
Mr. Gordon, as a young husband, I think you're going to find that your new responsibilities to your family take precedence over your recreational needs.
But this is a really good boat.
You don't get it, do you, kid?
Recreational things come later.
2 years from now,
Set yourself up.
while driving down Route 91, coming home to your wife and baby daughter, you're gonna be hit head on by a drunk.
Oh man, that's some Final Destination
Driving a
stuff.
blue 87 Mustang. You'll end up looking worse than 60 feet of bad road your body slides across after flying out your front windshield.
Mister, you really need to work on your closing technique.
You can see the future, man. I don't know if I'm getting another sort of humbug type tone for this episode, especially with the yapper guy. I don't know. A more quirky, fun, campy episode, but still freaky.
Oh, no. Not your lighter, Mrs. Law. I want your garbage.
What if he is the older version of the guy that did the murder at the beginning of the episode?
Oh, God.
It's kind of creepy, isn't it? Stupendous Yap said the first victim's body has been dumped somewhere. Then we find it in a dumpster.
Ooh, I just got a chill down my spine.
Surprise, surprise.
Who found the body?
The murderer.
According to the police report, Mr. Bruckman, you didn't touch the body after you found her.
Why would I want to?
The murderer's
But
always
you
at the crime
reported
scene.
that you found a body with its eyes cut out. The body was face down. If you didn't move it, how did you know the eyes had been removed?
Well, they had been, hadn't they? Then what are you complaining about?
How would the eyes been cut out?
By a piece of crystal ball of all cockamamie things.
We did find some crystal shards on the body. How do you know it was from a crystal ball?
Well, it just figures. I mean, if a guy goes to kill a fortune teller, he's obviously going to assault her with their own crystal ball and use the shattered piece as a sort of lance.
Maybe he's done it before.
Isn't he?
Maybe. I don't know.
But I do harbor a suspicion that you can see things about this. Things that we can't see.
He's the real yappy.
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
I think you do.
Yeah, right. I'd like to see both your badges again right now. I reported it to the police. Now suddenly I'm accused of doing things or being able to do things that I couldn't possibly.
He senses that negative energy. That criminal energy.
This guy's performing the same routine as the stupendous Yappy. He's just doing it in a different style.
No, something told me, Scully. Something is telling me this guy's for real.
Yeah.
Oh, so now you're psychic?
The stupendous yapper is a fraud. This guy's the real deal. Real psychic.
He doesn't feel like he's in control of his own life.
We've heard that before.
Who is? Am I right? He sees himself as some kind of a puppet.
Can you describe him? You get a visual impression of him.
So you can see into him, but not at him. Sorry, I didn't mean to give off any negative energy.
Negative energy? What is it?
What is it? What do you see?
He's having sex with her. There.
Is he raping her?
Oh, no, not at all. In fact, she's instigating the whole thing.
And what's wrong?
What the heck?
Oh. Sometimes it just seems that everyone's having sex except for me.
Really? Really? The 70-year-old virgin? Really?
Mr. Bruckman, can you tell us why the killer is murdering people in the way that he is?
Why does anyone do the things they do? Why do I sell insurance? I wish I knew. Why did this woman collect dolls? What was it about her life? Was it one specific moment where she suddenly said, I know, dolls? Was it a whole series of things somehow combined in such a way that in the end she had no choice but to be a doll collector?
Hey, too many Annabelles, man. I don't want to see that.
You'll find a woman tomorrow morning by the fat little white Nazi stormtrooper Glenview Lake.
Nazi
Her body's
stormtrooper.
floating in Glenview Lake.
That's crazy.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I've seen enough deaths for one night.
But does he see like the worst of the worst? Does he always see like the grim? Like, does he have like grim premonitions? That's why he's been seeing like the dog eating the entrails, for instance, and the lettuce as a head, for instance, and then now the doll.
Be honest, Scully. Doesn't
The
that
murderer
propane
just chilling
tank bear
there.
more than just a slight resemblance to a fat little white Nazi stormtrooper?
Although the human mind naturally seeks meaningful patterns and configurations in things that don't inherently have any. Given the suggestion of a particular image, you can't help but see that shape somewhere. If that tank weren't there, you'd see it in a rock or in a tree.
Did you answer my question?
Yes, it looks like a fat little white Nazi stormtrooper. That only proves my point.
You named the specific body of order the victim would be found in.
Well, that only implies that he was the one that put her in there.
I don't believe he's the killer.
I don't believe he's psychic.
Well, if he's neither, then how did he know where the body would be found?
Maybe he's just lucky.
Lucky is different.
Once again, the winning lotto numbers are...
Bro can't see the lottery numbers, but can see murders.
Why do I do this to myself?
That's insane.
Come in.
The pick
I
4,
knew it
8,
was
15,
you.
16, 23, 42, bro.
I know why you're here. So while your skeptical lady partner is off performing an autopsy, you came here to ask my help catching this serial murderer.
Mr. Bruckman, you possess an ability that not only has staggering implications upon physics and human consciousness, but it's one which most people, myself included, would be envious of. Yet you seem to treat it with disdain.
It's
Do
a
you want to know
curse.
how you're going to die?
Yes, I would.
Oh, damn.
No, you don't.
Could have major implications for the rest of the
course,
show.
not knowing has its own drawbacks, which is why a good insurance policy is so important. I don't know what kind of coverage the FBI has, but the General Mutual has it.
Mr. Bruckman, this murderer has already committed 4 homicides.
And he'll commit more whether I help you or not.
I'm coming back to this episode if Mulder dies in the
See
future.
if it didn't already exist.
But if the future is written, then why bother to do anything?
Now you're catching on.
Mr. Bruckman, I believe in your ability, but not your attitude. I can't stand by and watch people die without doing everything in my, albeit unsupernatural, power to interfere with that fate.
Well, you see, that's another reason I can't help you catch this guy. I might adversely affect the fate of the future. I mean, his next victim might be the mother of the daughter whose son invents the time machine. And the son goes back in time and changes world history. And then Columbus never discovers America. Man never lands on the moon.
I love the thoughts this
He was never
episode is
raised
processing
by
in my mind at the moment.
Or something less significant, resulting in the fact that my father never meets my mother, and consequently, I'm never born.
Like, because Mulder just said right there, you know, if the future's written, then why do anything? And I remember, I think it was in the Paperclip episode, he was talking with Scully about fate. You know, what is their fate? What is going to happen? Like, is their fate already written? Can they do anything to change that? It's funny, man, that all the shows I've watched previously on the channel, now at the X-Files as well, and, you know, just before I started the X-Files, obviously, we did Lost, and it's just, yeah, it's very interesting to see those conversations about fate. What is written? Can you change that? Can you change your destiny? Or once it's written, that's it. Whatever happened is going to happen. Like, whatever God has planned out for you is going to happen. Like, you can't change that. And every action you take is just going to lead to that. Even if you try to change that action, it eventually leads to that happening, if that makes sense. Like, you going on that path to attempt to change it evidently ends up resulting in that happening. Like Dark, for instance, the show Dark I just watched as well. Oh man, like.
So when do we start?
And Peter Boyle, what a cameo this episode. Like, not a cameo, he's a prominent part in this episode, but like, you get what I mean.
I don't know what it is, but it belonged to one of the victims.
That's a hit. In psychical research parlance, a correct guess is a hit, an incorrect guess is a miss.
The guy who cast them over this will die of prostate cancer at the age of 82.
Damn,
Hit or
man.
miss.
He's got that 4 psychic
I have no way of
connections.
verifying that information.
Then why'd you ask me?
Do you receive any other impressions from it?
It's ugly. Next.
Damn, he bowled Mulder the F out.
I was told you were interrogating a suspect. Something tells me.
I'm now convinced of our psychic's abilities, Scully. Or rather, his one ability. He is able to divine how people are going to die. But that's all. He can't provide any practical information on our case.
I got it. This is yours. This is from your New York Knicks t-shirt.
Miss.
It's worse than playing the lotto.
It's only his abilities only have to do with death,
Everything
unfortunately.
Save me the headache, Scully. What is it?
43, 316 Roundview Lane. Divorced with 2 children. Makes about $87,000 a year. Non-smoker.
Is that a hit or a miss?
As far as I know, that's correct.
That's a
You
hit.
got all that information just by handling that keychain?
Oh, no. I sold him a policy a couple of months ago.
Oh.
Just a coincidence.
In any case, we're trying to get a hold of him.
Oh, you won't be able to do that. He's been murdered. We're almost there.
How are you receiving this information?
Big up Bruckman, man.
How should I know?
I mean, are you seeing it in a vision or is it a sensation? How do you know where to go?
I just know.
But how do you know?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's just up ahead.
You can tell he's been.
I know there are worse ways to go, but I can't think of a more undignified one than autoerotic asphyxiation.
Why are you telling me that?
Look, forget I mentioned it. It's none of my business.
Autoerotic asphyxiation. Is that a hint to Mulder potentially?
Pull over here.
Or is he mucking around with him? But I gotta search up what that is. I was acting like I let it slide. I'm like, yeah, I know what autoerotic asphyxiation is. Yeah, we good. Nah, I don't know. I'm sorry, I need to search it up. But is that a hint to Mulder's death potentially? Or a clue? Or is he just messing around with him? This is really interesting. But I don't know. So everything to do with the murder itself or murders happening is a hit with him. And I like Peter Boyle's acting this episode because it seems like he's so fed up with this his entire life. He's been having to go through this and he's just like made amends with it. He's just like, it is what it is. I'm just going to have to go through with it. Even though it's all negative energy surrounding me to do with murders, the pictures I'm seeing, or the images that I'm seeing in terms of like what objects are turning into, everything to do with death and murder. I just got to deal with it, and I'm fed up with it. And he sells insurance policies. So, oh my, it's fitting. But yeah, I need to search up what autoerotic asphyxiation is. Wait, autoerotic asphyxiation is a type of masochistic sexual behavior in which the individual intentionally engages in the practice of achieving sexual arousal related to restriction. Oh, so it's like choking? Oh, so he's mucking around with Mulder, is he? He's mucking around, or is he like... Yeah, is he mucking around with Mulder, or is he like telling Mulder what his kink is, what he likes, or what Mulder likes? I'm not sure. I completely misread that probably. I thought it was referring to how he's gonna die, man. Like... That one flew over my head.
This is the spot. I guess you run into a lot of dead bodies in your line of work.
You get used to it.
I never have. I'm not sure you're supposed to.
You remember the first time you foresaw someone's death?
1959,
What happened in 1959?
Buddy Holly's plane crashed.
You prognosticated Buddy Holly's death?
Oh, God, no. Why would I want to do that? But I did have a ticket to see him perform the next night. Actually, I was a bigger fan of the Big Bopper than Buddy Holly. Chantilly Lace, that was the song.
I'm not following.
The Big Bopper was not supposed to be on the plane with Buddy Holly. He won the seat from somebody else by flipping a coin for it.
I'm still not following.
Imagine all the things that had to occur, not only in his life, but in everybody else's, to arrange it so that on that particular night, the Big Bopper would be in a position to live or die depending on a flipping coin. I became so obsessed with that idea that I gradually became capable of seeing the specifics of everybody's death.
Now, Mr. Bruckman, I'm not one who readily believes in that kind of thing. And if I was, I still wouldn't believe that story.
I know it sounds crazy, but I
Come
swear
on,
it's true.
Scully. Come on,
I was a
Scully.
bigger fan of the Big Bopper than Buddy Holly.
Where's the body?
Yeah, Mr. Bruckman, I don't understand how you can know that this is the exact area, but you can't pinpoint the exact spot.
Look up in the trees, maybe.
Okay, now. I'm glad I could bring a little smile into your life, Mr. Bruckman.
I'm not smiling, I'm wincing.
Damn, underneath their car? They drove over the body? Divorced with 2 kids?
What is this?
They only have... Mr. Bruckman.
I'm a massive fan of like well planned out directed scenes in terms of like long extended takes, and I love that extended take right there, the forest, with all 3 of them walking. How you had Scully in the front of the frame, Mulder and Mr. Bruckman in the background. It was sort of like a tracking shot of them walking through the forest right there as they're looking for the body. And I like that. I like when dialogue's delivered in a way where there's a bit going on as well. The exposition was delivered about, you know, the story with how he got his powers, you know, with the plane crash, and the tossing of the coin, and him seeing his favorite artist at the time in the 50s, I think, or 59. But yeah, it was a beautiful long extended take of the camera tracking them through the forest, and then slowly panning around. And you get that in your mind, okay, are we going to find a body? But at the same time, he's telling the story of how he got his powers. So I'm invested in the story of how he got his powers, but at the same time, they could come across the body in the forest at any moment, and you don't know how it's going to look, because it's the X-Files, man. That body could be, and the murders have been brutal at the moment with how, you know, the entrails have been left behind. So yeah, it's great stuff. It's great stuff. I love long extended takes, and the X-Files tends to nail that, especially with the conversations when characters have them.
I can't speak for my partner, but I'm desperate for some insurance.
General Mutual has some very comprehensive coverage.
Scully looked like she just want to be over and done with it.
I can't tell you where this is from, but I've seen some of the things he's seen.
Like what? What does he see?
Hey! You.
Oh.
He sees you. Trying to catch him.
And with the traditional red lighting behind him.
Take place.
Trademark X-Files red lighting.
You're looking around for someone. He's behind you now, but you don't know it. And he's stalking towards you and... Oh, God.
What? What do you see?
He's got a knife. It's got blood on it.
Well, why don't I see him? What am I doing?
You're looking down. You stepped in a pie that's fallen to the floor. The killer comes up to you, and as you're looking down, he comes up with a knife and banana cream. Definitely banana cream.
All right, I'm looking down at this banana cream pie, and then what?
He sees himself coming up to you from behind.
And? And what does he see?
Nothing. The visions of a madman.
So he doesn't want to reveal to Mulder that he's going to get his throat slit?
Yes.
How am I supposed to get anything from this tiny little thing? This came in the mail today.
Who's it from?
The killer.
The killer.
Can't wait till our first meeting when I kill you. Not before you explain some things.
Psychic versus psychic.
First on the list, why in the world did I send you this letter? Sincerely, you know who.
Voldemort?
Yes, say hi to the FBI agents.
Hi.
He must have been at the crime scene, seeing you with us.
No, this letter is postmarked the day before Mr. Bruckman joined our investigation.
Well, they walked into each other outside the convenience store.
Get you out of here.
Look, I'll be dead before you catch this guy, no matter what you do.
You've come to me because you're searching for someone. But don't worry. This person will find you. It's a relative or a close friend.
Actually, a guy I'm gonna kill.
You don't know why you do the things that you do.
Peter Boyle.
But your confusion is soon to come to an abrupt end with the arrival of a woman, a blonde,
Erotic
or a brunette,
asphyxiation?
maybe a redhead.
It's something you
Ah,
haven't
not the
explained.
redhead. Not the cut like that.
Can you see your own end?
I see our end. We end up in bed together.
Oh, come on, Clyde.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I don't mean to offend you or scare you, but not here, not this bed.
Deathbed?
I just mean I see us quite clearly in bed together. You're holding my hand very tenderly, and then
Is he
looking at me with such compassion.
Is he talking about his own death here?
Tears are streaming down my face.
Is he talking about his own death?
I feel so grateful. It's just a very special moment neither of us will ever forget.
Because you know what, I get the sense here. I think Peter Boyle
Mr. Bruckman.
plays Clyde Bruckman so well this episode. And this is what I adore about the X-Files. You tend to have these one-off characters. For instance, they might not be one-off. We could see Clyde Bruckman again. It could be like a Tomb situation. Or like I was saying last episode, with the guy that can conjure lightning up. You never know if you'll see these faces again. Jack Black, unfortunately, RIP, my man. He with Master Uruguay. At the moment, after what happened last episode, he's with Master Uruguay. But yeah, with Clyde Bruckman, we insert Peter Boyle into this episode, and immediately, like, he's such a lovable character. Like he just gives off like a little bit of warmth and comfort. You can tell he adores being in Mulder and Scully's presence, I feel like, because it seems like he's lived such a lonely life, you know, giving these insurance policies to people, and he wants people to take his advice because obviously he has these sort of psychic abilities, but he's, you know, trying to provide people a little bit of like comfort and reassurance in life to make the right decisions. And I feel bad for him because of his abilities. I feel like that's, I don't know, I feel like that's prevented him from having a relationship, or having a connection with a family member. And yeah, I feel like people might be weirded out by his presence, but I feel like Mulder and Scully were the perfect two to come along because of what they've experienced with the X-Files. Mulder and Scully, to sort of, I don't know, just vibe with him. Like, they understand they understand not his madness per se, but they understand what it's like to be special, like what it's like, you know, to have these type of abilities because of all the cases they've encountered, and what they've been through in their life. So I feel like right here, Clyde Bruckman talking about Scully holding his hand, I feel like he might be talking about his own death here, and him being like saying it's such a special moment that we'll never forget, in terms of like he's dying in the presence of someone, someone who cares about him. You know, he didn't go out alone. You know, he went out with someone by his side.
There are hits and there are misses.
That's quite
And
touching.
There are misses.
That's a miss.
I just call him as I see him.
I feel like he's trying to put like a sexual spin on it, but it's actually Scully being with him on his deathbed. That's what I think.
By far, you're the best.
There's still one more card left.
Brother, if that
This
guy...
card's not meant for me. It's yours.
This guy's creepy too, man. He gives up... He has lifeless eyes. Oh, not the Grim Reaper.
So Ahab mistakes the prophecy, and as a result, dies. A similar fate happens to Macbeth.
Still, you're not the least bit curious?
Scully's already had her near-death experience, man.
All right. So how do I die?
Oh, come on.
You don't.
Woo! I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'm happy with that.
Get this, Scully. The lab analysis from the first bit of fiber that was found just came back. It's lace.
Chantilly lace?
You know what I like.
Mulder, it's not likely that the killer was wearing anything made out of Chantilly lace at the time of the murders.
Well, what are the odds? The big bopper, Chantilly lace?
It's a coincidence.
If coincidences are just coincidences, why do they feel so contrived?
That's one to pose to the psychic philosopher. Good night, Mulder.
They give Scully human and alien. Sorry, they give Scully alien DNA that prolongs their life forever.
I'm waiting for you to ask me another one of those psychic ability questions. You're not one of those people who turns everything into a sexual symbol, are you?
No, I'm not a Freudian, no.
I'm lying naked in a field of red tulips. I'm not concerned with where I am or how I got there. I'm at peace, and it's then that I realize I'm dead. My body begins to turn a greenish white with spots of purple. Next, the insects arrive. The inevitable follows, putridity and liquescence. Before I know it, I'm nothing but bones. When I start fading to dust, I lose whatever care I still might have had about where my clothes are.
The dream.
And as I begin to feel myself slipping away towards I know not what, I wake up.
The dream being his
Well,
body
Good
decaying?
night.
That's crazy.
I'm beginning to lose patience with our psychics, Scully. What good are his prophecies if they're not preventive?
Actually, I'm starting to feel more sympathetic towards him.
So you're convinced he's a psychic now?
Well, no, not really.
That's the murderer. That's the murderer. I saw the hair from the back.
I am
Yeah.
convinced that by thinking he can see the future, he's taken all the joy out of his life.
So then, the priest says to the rabbi,
I had it set for quail.
yeah, can you see how I'm going to die?
Yeah, in like 2 seconds.
Thank God.
He knows what's about to happen to Havez. That's what sucks. Lung cancer? Nah, keep smoking.
Hey, I gotta go visit your restroom for a second.
Don't open that door for anybody, man. But it's written. That's fate. That's the future. He's gonna stab him. Oh no, he didn't. 1 second. They have some sort of psychic connection, these two. What are the odds?
I'll say.
So there's something I've wanted to ask you for some time now. You've seen the things I do in the past as well as in the future.
They're terrible things.
I know they are. So tell me, please, why have I done them?
He asks
Don't
that
you understand yet,
with
son?
no emotion,
Don't you get it?
with no remorse.
You do the things you do because you're a homicidal maniac.
He's just pure evil.
That does explain a lot, doesn't it? It's all starting to make sense now.
No. You don't kill me now.
I don't. Why not?
How should I know?
Because Havez comes out. Oh, Havez, man. Oh, Havez, that is poor, man.
Not only did he leave the body, but he didn't even bother to remove the eyes.
Hey,
My
the
Miss
card.
Manners
The
says
guy's
you
dressed
had
up as the waiter.
protrusion from his left cornea is a salad.
Or the hotel servant.
Something tells me we're gonna get prints off it.
Come on, Scully, clock it, clock it.
This case is just now about good old-fashioned forensic police work.
It's the bellhop. He's the killer, the bellhop at the hotel.
How the hell does she know that?
Hunches.
Woman's intuition.
Havez?
And this is where her and Mulder split up, and Mulder's in the kitchen.
Mr. Bruckman?
Has Bruckman been stabbed yet? Hey, they say smoking kills, man. There we go. We're seeing the scene play out.
Hey!
Here we go. Maybe he told Mulder the way it would play out a little bit differently, just so he knows he's going to come up behind him when he sees the pie. The cream pie. Now turn around and unleash a couple shots. Oh, shit. Nice, 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 nice. Good reactions.
Drop it!
Ooh. This is why you got a partner. This is why you got a partner.
Hey, it's not the way it's supposed to happen.
Well, they rewrote the script. Who cares? Last minute changes.
So where to find us?
I didn't. I got in the service elevator by mistake.
Thank heaven for happenstance.
Coincidence.
You know, none of Bruckman's prophecy came true. The killer didn't get to him first, but he did kill Chavez.
And Bruckman's all right.
Actually, I don't know. I couldn't find him.
Oh, where is he? Miss Scully.
My neighbor, Mrs. Lowe, passed away last night. Please see that the remains of her remains are taken care of. Would you like a dog? He is paper trained and well behaved regardless of his actions last night, which you can't really blame him for.
Would you like a dog? There we go. He predicted it. With Scully holding his hand. Oh, not.
Well, here's another nice mess you've gotten me into.
Not the water droplets resembling the teardrop right there as it fell off the plastic. That's crazy. And they're dressed like the Grim Reaper. Oh. Oh, she took the dog. She took the Doge. Now.
Do you want to know the future? Do you want to know what lies ahead?
Oh, not this
Then call
fraud.
me. Stupendous Yappy. For years, I have entertained audiences with my psychic abilities.
The
I have been
stupendous
consulted by Hollywood
yapper.
stars, police departments, even presidents. Now, I can be your personal psychic consultant. Do you want to know if you will get that promotion? Do you want to know if your marriage will be successful? Do you want to know where you will meet your one true love?
Hey, is that the
Then
girl
call
from?
me at 1-900-555-YAP.
That's the girl that
Remember,
goes with
the
him.
future is close at hand, and so is your phone. So to hear tomorrow's secrets today, just pick it up. I know you will. I can see your future.
Yeah, Scully, that's right. That's right. Throw that phone at the TV. Shut down that fraud. Come on, man. And that was a great. Hey, we're 4 from 4. That was a great episode of the X-Files, and you know, it's a really sad ending right there. Seeing Clyde Bruckman take his own life right there. You know, I feel like Mulder and Scully ignited a little spark right there this episode. You know, he felt like a little kid again. I feel like tagging along with them and interacting with them. But obviously, I feel like it was a little bit far gone. Like he knew what his future held. And it's a shame. His future probably held nothing. And that's why, you know, he took his own life. Because if the future's already written, then why do anything? Like, and it's sad. And I think that was, you know, really well done right there with obviously, I think it's the precipitation or like, you know, the moisture from the bag right there on the outside or like from the inside, or was it the outside or the inside, resembling the teardrop as it fell down. And he knew, you know, he knew in his last moments, or he knew as he was gone, Scully would be there to hold his hand. It's almost as if he still felt that, because he knew it was going to happen. He still felt that interaction right there. It's something they'd carry for the rest of their lives together. And Scully took home the dog. So that's a piece of, you know, even though the dog wasn't Bruckman's, it's still a piece of Bruckman she'll carry on forever. Or it will be something that she'll remember Bruckman by. And I think that's why, you know, he said it's like, you know, it could be like, it could be just a rant. Like Scully, obviously, remember she lost her student in the Soft Light episode, but she didn't like quite have that connection as a one-off, like for instance with Bruckman this episode. And it was great stuff. And you know, not only will she remember that forever, holding his hand and him you know, being deceased on his bed, but I feel like the dog symbolizes that as well, with her receiving the letter to herself. And yeah, the dog is that memory of Bruckman, even though it wasn't his. That's something she will remember forever. Oh, that's the dog Bruckman, sort of, you know, that I could have after my neighbor's passing. And then, you know, yeah, it was a really touching episode. It was a really great episode. Even the guy that played the murderer, the killer, he was great this episode. Like, if you want to portray someone, just portray someone as, you know, like Bruckman said, a homicidal maniac, he did a perfect job. You know, like his eyes, no pun intended, look like a doll. Like they looked like a lifeless doll. Exactly how you'd, you know, want to portray a serial murderer right there. And he did a fantastic job playing that. So yeah, this was a fantastic episode of the X-Files, ladies and gentlemen. I say we 4 from 4. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. It's been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.